choose your side. You gotta choose your side. It's do or die. I said it's do or die. I said it's conflict in all areas, nigga. You choose the side. You could win or you could lose, nigga. It's do or die. Energy don't lie, it just testify for what they saying. I just look them deep into their eyes, going against the God in me. Now that's suicide. Higher self, higher level, higher wealth. To move like this, you gotta put your pride upon yourself. They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger.
What you say is true. The Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger. My soul pure gold, so I live way longer. My mind think righteous, yeah, my bloodline chosen. My energy is positive, words unspoken, I'm so illuminated. I shine brighter than Illuminati. Walking on water, now they really know I'm God body. Gifted from birth, so the life I face is hard body. Had so much love in my heart, they had to apply pressure. Now I'm a fine diamond, yeah, said I'm a fine diamond.
Shadow boxing. And the Wu-Tang sword.
No matter how hard they try, I find myself in divine timing. Now they follow what I say like my name Simon. Led the chosen ones to victory in divine timing. The time is near, the signs are clear. 144, activation is here. We rise in the vibration with no fear. Oh, the thundercats we all hear. And now it just don't seem fair. It just don't seem fair. Yeah.
Hey, appreciate the followers. Appreciate the followers. Hey, Ray Ray,
It's do or die.
Maddie Kennedy.
I said it's do or die.
Cedric,
I said it's conflict in all areas, nigga. You choose the side.
Nicole
You could win
Jenkins,
or you could lose, nigga. It's do or die. Energy don't
Ronald
lie, it
Smith.
just testify for what they saying. I just look them deep into their eyes, going against the God in me. Now that's suicide. Higher self, higher level, higher wealth. To move like this, you gotta put your pride upon yourself. They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger.
Hell on it.
The Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger. My soul
Okay.
pure gold, so I live way longer. My mind think righteous, yeah, my bloodline chosen. My energy is positive, words unspoken, I'm so illuminated. I
The
shine
one and
brighter than
only Ashley
Illuminati.
Terry.
Walking on water, now they really know I'm God body. Gifted from birth, so the life I face is hard body. Had so much love in my heart, they had to apply pressure. Now I'm a fine diamond, yeah, said I'm a fine diamond.
Shadow boxing. And the Wu-Tang sword style.
No
It's
matter
the
how
season
hard they
of
try, I
it.
find myself in divine timing. Now they follow what I
I
say like
appreciate
my
the
name
followers.
Simon. Led the chosen ones to victory in divine timing. The time is near, the signs are clear. 144,
Terrence
activation is
Washington.
here. We rise in the vibration with no fear. Oh, the thundercats we all hear. And now it just don't seem fair. It just don't
Thank
seem
you to the
fair.
followers. We appreciate you. Subscribe and follow. That was my roll call for today. Thank you to my followers.
Yeah. You gotta choose your side. You
He's
gotta
still
choose your
coming in
side.
there.
It's do or die. I said it's do or die.
Hey, welcome. Welcome to the Jazzy Wanda Show. Let me just give my thanks and my gratitude to the one and only executive producer, Darian Visuals LLC. If it was not for him, I wouldn't be sitting here today able to put on such a great show. So thank you to Darian Visuals. You might want to go follow him. Darian Visuals. Thank you, my executive producer. Look him up. He's a giant in the industry. Look him up. Listen, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. This is your girl, Jazzy Wanda. They tried to count me out, but Grace had a louder voice. I am Jazzy Wanda. I'm a single mother of four kings. You might often hear me refer them as my boys, because they my boys, even though they kings. I'm a woman who survived horrendous accidents. Multiple accidents that most people would not even be able to overcome and come out of them. Heartbreaks and hard nights. And through every storm, I chose love. I sit here today because through the horrendousness, I chose love. See, this podcast is born from the trenches. That's right, from the trenches. Every scar, every stretch of faith, every crown, I choose not to lay down. See, ministry gave me wisdom, and music gave me a rhythm. And you know what? Most importantly, my boys gave me a reason. I sit here today with all that I've been through, that all that I've had to come through, and all that I've conquered. It was my boys, it was my kings that gave this queen a reason. Mommy Queen, Ma Dukes, a reason to live. So for that, I am grateful and thankful to my kings. So let's talk about it. The real, the raw, and the redemptive. Like I said, most people would not be able to endure half of, a quarter of, an inch of what I've been through. See, there's power in the beginning of a new transition. And I sit here today transitioning into the world of the streamers. Move over and let me in. This is Jazzy Wanda. Move over and let me in. And I had to say to myself, girl, are you serious? Are you really serious about bringing yourself into the world of the internet? See, I've been sitting on my story for some years. I've been carrying myself like I've never been through nothing. But it's now time to pull off the veil and to share what I've been through, what I've been able to overcome, and how I persevered in the midst of all the chaoticness that I have been through. Most people, when you see me, I don't look nothing like I've been through. Dragged by a train, hit by a tractor trailer truck, just recently totaled out and femur bone ripped out of my leg. That's just the not even an inch of what I've been through. If I take you back to when I was a little girl, you be like, whoa, but yet I smile because I've been able to endure and overcome through the trials and the tribulations with love. Even when I was at my worst, even when I was at my lowest, even when I was in the valley, I was still able to maneuver and to function. Let me tell you a little bit about where I come from. That's right, where Jazzy Wanda comes from. Or let's put it like this, where Jazzy Wanda was raised up. See, I'm a Harlemite. I'm a Harlemite and a Bronx girl with some seasoned Floridian in me after the 20 years that I've been here. But I'm a born straight up New Yorker. And I take no mess. I hold no grudges. I pull no punches. And I keep it real. I keep it real. I keep it raw. And I keep it relative. I know my calling. I know my gifting. I know that I was put here in spite of all that I've been through to help. And that's my gift. I'm a helper. I believe in helping. I believe that we should be helpers to one another. But most important, I sit here today ready to take off the veil, ready to let you in the queen's domain, in the queen's mind. See, I'm different. I think different. I move different. And I act different. I'm not the norm. I'm not. And for the sake of going here, I'm going to go here since it's coming up. I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. So you can't throw me in the midst of that barrel. I don't get caught up in that. I'm an independent. I'm an independent woman. I'm an independent believer. So you'll hear me talk about my faith. Don't challenge me on my belief because I believe. No matter what I believe, I believe. And if you're a believer, whatever you believe in, you should believe. That's where my faith comes strong at because I believe. Whatever my mind and my heart and my spirit comes into agreement with, I move on it. And that's why I am where I am today. I'm grateful. I'm thankful for my relationship. Some of you might call the higher power. Some of you might call it energy. Some of you might call it Yeshua, Elohim. I call him God. Don't challenge what I call him because I just know him, her, however I choose to relate to it as God. I'm a believer. I don't recognize no religion. I'm a believer. I believe. I'm sitting here today because I'm a believer, a strong believer. For half the things that I've been through and near death situations and circumstances, I sit here today because I believed. See, growing up in New York City, and I'm not going to get too deep into a lot of stories, I was raised by gangsters. The reason why I left New York was because I didn't want to be a gangster woman growing up and winded up having children running around in New York City as a gangster woman. So I took my behind to college and got up out of there. And from college, here I sit from college to what was it, from New York City in college to Rochester, from Rochester to Florida. And Florida is where I made my home. Now my boys were raised up north in New York, but we all journeyed down here at some point 20 something years ago, and it probably was the best decision for me and for my life, for the lifestyle that I came from and where I lived. So I'm a Holomite. I'm a straight up I'm a straight up G. I'm just gonna keep it 100. You will hear me say and talk in ways that you have never heard me talk. A lot of people know me as Pastor Wanda. I'm sitting here today as Jazzy. I pastor multitude of people. I'm considered the community pastor because that's the way I move and that's how much I help. But I'm sitting here as Jazzy, as Wanda, letting down the veil and going to share who I really am outside of the religion, outside of outside of the mask. See, at some point in life, you have to come from behind the veil. You got to come from behind the mask. You got to pull the mask off. Life for me has been journey after journey after journey, getting to understand and know who Wanda is, who Jazzy Wanda is. And Jazzy comes from a place where I was growing up in New York City because I was a fly girl and I'm still a fly girl to this day in who I am. My dress, my drip, my gear is different. You probably can tell I'm not from certain places, or I'm just going to keep it real. I'm not from here, from the way I dress, but I am a straight up New Yorker. Okay, I'm a New Yorker, bona fide New Yorker, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful and I'm grateful for the place that I've been able to find myself here in Florida. Because, like I said, I didn't want to grow up a gangster woman. Although I was raised by gangsters, might have a, what you want to say it, a very strong character and a very strong dominance of a woman. You got to keep in mind, God saw fit for me to raise four kings. And I don't believe I could have been a wimp raising four kings because I raised four solid men. Okay? Four solid men, and they all doing good for themselves. So, with that being said, I'm just excited, and I know that I'm rambling, like this is new for me, but guess what? I'm true to this. I'm a speaker. I've been speaking from elementary school. So this part here though, this is new. But I love every minute of it. I thank you for welcoming me into your cell phones, into your TVs, into your rooms, into whatever device that you are streaming and watching me on. I appreciate you. I thank you. And I want to give all of you a hand clap that's tuning in to me today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about a couple of things that I can, as I journey through this podcast, as I journey through this streaming world, and I come back to you daily that we could talk about. What have I really overcame? What can I really share with you as my podcast begins to grow and I begin to come on here daily and log in? Mental health. We could talk about it. I could talk about it because I have overcame it. We're talking about depression. We're talking about bipolar. We're talking about anxiety. We're talking about post traumatic stress disorder. You name it. I was diagnosed with it at one point. And leave it to them. I'm still that. But see, when you do the work, and I mean really do the work, you no longer have to classify yourself with those titles and those labels. So I sit here today able to talk about overcoming and how I've overcame those challenges at one point in my life that I had to deal with. I could talk about suicide. What? Daisy? You could talk about suicide. That's right. I could talk about suicide. I could tell you that you don't have the right or you don't have the say when your transition time is up. That's not for you to take. And how I know that? Because I tried it. And guess what? It didn't work because it wasn't my time. My transition in time, my number, that transition, that place from life to death. Y'all know about that? From life to death. I call that transition. I call that the next phase in life. For me, that's what it is because you're only absent from the body. My spirit will live on. It will live on in the minds of those who know me and remember me. So I could talk about suicide. I could talk about how I've overcame these things, what I do, what tools I use, what mechanisms I use, what mindset, because truly I have been encountered with them. Truly, I have been at some point diagnosed with them. Okay, what else can I talk about? Trauma. Oh my God, trauma. You talking about trauma? That should be my middle name, trauma. Okay, so much trauma has went on in my life that if I didn't do the work, if I didn't do the self work, if I didn't do the self care, I wouldn't be able to sit here with you tonight looking like I look, feeling like I feel. Okay? Because even in my age, and we're not going to go through there about how old I am, but I don't look like what I've been through. I don't feel like what I've been through. And my soul got so much youth in it that I hang with you youngins. That's right. I roll with you youngins. And is it my kings? Is it my boys that keep me young? I'm quite sure, especially my last one. He keep me on my feet and my P's and my Q's. But trauma, that's right, trauma. It's so much trauma that I don't know how I still have a sound mind. But for the grace, but for the grace and the grace of whatever you want to call it. I call it God. Okay? Man, I mean, near death situations, and I've been able to overcome and outcome. I'm going to tell you a story about one of them that to know the perseverance of a person that I am. I'm going to talk about that one in 2023. That's the most recent horrendous one where I was totaled out. Guy ran the red light, brand new car, not even 30 days old, spit me out, totaled my car, and ripped my femur bone out my leg. I went into a heart situation. I went into this real, what you want to call it, hyperventilating and the whole nine. And nobody but one lady came to my rescue as I was putting my hand outside the car the window because I was trying to get out. But guess what? That's right, that right leg that's been tampered with on 3 different occasions, dragged by a train, hit by a tractor trailer truck, and then this last accident. But guess what? I'm still walking. I can still run a little bit. Most people would be stuck in a wheelchair or on some crutches or on some canes, and I don't have anything against that. But my perseverance in my heart and my mind says no, no, no to those things. But in that, the young lady helped me call my son, and he came to the rescue and he came to my side. And I don't believe in to this day that if it had not been for her helping me to get him to just get to the scene, because he made it there. We had just left our location in Orange City, Florida, and he came to my rescue to help me be able to. He and what I'm trying to say is he beat the paramedics there, he beat the fire trucks there, he beat all of the above there, and he was able to help me to overcome that trauma. Lost a lot of blood, had to get transfusion. I believe I was in ICU maybe a day. I'm just not sure. I know the other occasions I was in one time ICU for 3 days. The story that I'm trying to get to is that in the midst of that situation, and after I came out of surgery and they moved me from, matter of fact, I might have still been in mid-level intensive care. I made sure my food giveaway took place. I was more concerned about feeding the people than what I had going on and trying to take care of self. That's the heart of helping that I have in the midst of trauma. In the midst of trauma, I made sure that that got pulled off. I got on the phone, gave orders, and everything went on as it's supposed to have went. Huh? In the midst of trauma. So trauma is nothing new to me, and I've learned to overcome and understand and not allow it to take me out, to take me off kilter, to take my mind in some place that it don't need to be just because I'm hurt. I've been getting hurt since 6 years old that I can recall, maybe even been 4 years old. Hair caught on fire. It's a whole nother story to tell you. Almost sustained 3-degree burns and could have went blind. Just trauma after trauma after trauma. But you know what? Even in the midst of all the trauma that I could talk to you about, and I ventured off in my story, I got peace. I have so much peace because I've done the self work and the self care, the renewing of my mind, the understanding of life in itself, knowing who I am, believing in who I am. I could talk about abuse. I'm not sure if this word I could say, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But sexual abuse, I can talk about those. I could talk about rape. I can talk about so many negative things that have been afforded me that have had tried to take me out, take me down, take me off of what the plan of life was for me. But I pushed, persevered, and I never gave up. And you don't have to give up. You know, we have to learn how to deal. We're living in a chaotic world right now, super chaotic. But let me tell you something. It don't phase me one bit. I don't care how many presidents they put in there. I never missed a meal. I never skipped a beat of being able to be who I am and continue to grow into who God says I am. Why? Because I am that I am. I'm that girl, Jazzy Wanda. That's right, Jazzy Wanda. But we living in a world where you can't get caught up in the hype. You can't get caught up in what they showing you on the news. You got to do what you need to do for yourself and for your family. Make sure you good. Make sure your family is good. Don't be so caught up in everybody else's stuff. Don't be so caught up in what's going on in the world. Know what's going on. Do the research for yourself. Stop believing everything you're being told. And I'm going to go down this rabbit hole. Guess what? Wake up. Wake up. A lot of us are asleep in our slumber. And guess what? Been there, done that. Okay? Just as knocked out as I want to be, traveling in the world thinking I had it going on and was sleep. I came alive. Why? Because I did the self work. See, the self work doesn't just start with superficial stuff about self, but the nitty gritty, the subconscious, the things that affected my subconscious and my consciousness as a child, the things that I may have went through that I'm quite sure several others have been through that held me hostage for years through addiction. Oh yeah, I could talk about addiction. Oh yeah, I could talk about addiction. And I hope to navigate through my life stories seriously and jokingly, allegedly, fiction wise and nonfiction, because they real. And I believe that it'll help somebody. But you got to do the work for yourself so that you and yours, you and your family, you and your domain, you and your kingdom will be all right. We get so caught up in the hype of everything else going on in somebody else's life, in some celebrity's life, in this one's life, that one's life, and we miss our own life, and we be drudged down with headache, heartache, when we wonder why we suffer from all of the conditions that America or the United States of America likes to throw on us. Some other countries don't even deal with some of the things that we deal with, and some of the other countries are worse off than what we are. Let me tell you something. I love America. Let me tell you something. I'm good, as they would say, in the hood. Although I'm above the hood, I'm good in the hood. Okay? My place is America. Sure, I'm quite sure it's fun to travel or whatever the case may be. You got to know when to travel in certain dispensations in time when things are going on. That's why you got to pay attention and know what you need to know for your family. One might ask, why so much tragedy? Why so much trauma? And just for the sake of it, some of y'all call him Yeshua, some call him Jesus. I'm quite sure he wanted the same thing. Why so much trauma? Why so much tragedy? Why? Because I sit here today, overcame all of these things that plague a multitude of Americans. Whether you rich, whether you poor, whether you middle class, don't know how to deal with it. We listen to places that ain't really trying to get us well. You want to keep us sick, want to keep us dependent on it. Am I the martyr? Am I part of the clay? Whatever it is, it's my time. And I'm here to share, to hopefully help somebody heal, somebody overcome, somebody to be able to navigate through the trenches of what America has to afford us in this day and time. Because if you believe and you look at what all that's going on without keeping your eye on the prize, whatever your prize is, whatever your prize is, hopefully you have a purpose or have a desire to have a purpose, and you just need to get over that hump. You just need to get over this one situation or circumstance that's plaguing you. I'm here. I'll be here sharing situations and circumstances, diagnosis that I gave back to the, y'all call them Satan, some call them Satan, some call them the devil, some call them evil, some call them negative energy, whatever. Okay, whatever. Give it back. Give it back. But I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be able to have gotten the courage. Okay? Because, see, I was one of them ones that I ain't getting on no camera. Not me. You ain't fixing to videotape me for my personal reasons that I'll probably share somewhere along my journey. But, honey, the way some of these people look on these videos and these cameras, if they can look like they look, then guess what? Jazzy Wanda could come in here and look as good as she look. And that's just keeping it 100. That's the way I feel about this. This is the new news. This is the new television. This is the new whatever. And guess what? I'm on board. I got with it. I'm with it. So I'm excited. I'm going to take a short break. I want you to stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Is it good? What's going on?
You gotta choose your side. You gotta choose your side. It's do or die. Uh-huh. I said it's do or die. Mhm. I said it's conflict in all areas, nigga. You choose the side. You could win or you could lose, nigga. It's do or die. Energy don't lie, it just testify for what they saying. I just look them deep into their eyes, going against the God in me. Now that's suicide. Higher self, higher level, higher wealth. To move like this, you gotta put your pride upon yourself. They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger.
Hey, what you say is true. The Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger. My soul pure gold, so I live way longer. My mind think righteous, yeah, my bloodline chosen. My energy is positive, words unspoken, I'm so illuminated. I shine brighter than Illuminati. Walking on water, now they really know I'm God body. Gifted from birth, so the life I face is hard body. Had so much love in my heart, they had to apply pressure. Now I'm a fine diamond, yeah, said I'm a fine diamond.
Shaolin shadow boxing and the Wu-Tang sword style.
No matter how hard they try, I found myself in divine timing. Now they follow what I say like my name Simon. Led the chosen ones to victory.
All right, y'all, I'm back. I'm back. One, two, three. I am back. Oh boy, I am back. 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 Mother, 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 motherly love. Wow, that just hit me out of nowhere. Motherly love. I might show you a little bit of how I react to videos. We might do a video. And I'm probably going to do, if I do a reaction video for you guys just to see where I'm at, where my head is at, and how good I may be. I'm going to do one on that Jackie Christie episode. I'm a mom. I don't know how many of you out there are mom, but you might be a parent. So that means you're a male or a female or whatever you chose to call yourself, relate to yourself, non-binary or whatever the case may be. I can't get caught up in that. I just believe that you have a right to choose to be whatever you choose to be. Male, female is what I know. But guess what? Whatever you desire to relate to yourself as or call yourself, more power to you. But moms and dads, I'm going to probably do a reaction video to that video of the situation with Basketball Wives, with the daughter attacking the mother at some point. But mothers or parents, nobody gives us a playbook how to be a parent. You know, we sort of go off of maybe how we were raised or how we don't want what was done to us to be done to our children who we raised. For instance, my sons, growing up, everybody had their own taste buds. When I grew up, whatever they put on that table, I had to eat. And half of it I didn't like. And to this day, some of it I won't even cook or don't put it on my plate for the traumatized that I was from making me eat something that I don't like. As a mother, I found myself allowing my children to have choices. If it meant I had to cook a couple of different things, then I cooked a couple of different things. I don't know why I'm tangent off into motherhood, but it's a blessing to be a mom if you're a mom. If you have a child, and we know we living in a time where though anything born in the year 2000 and up, they will challenge your motherhood. They will challenge your parenthood. And you, in my mindset of it all, have to understand and know how to deal with it. The big book, if you believe in it, that Bible book tells you what you're going to be dealing with. And that's exactly what we're dealing with. Disrespect, honorary kids, you know, not all of them. Some of them know better, you know. But them 22,000 babies, them 2,000 babies, well, they'll give you a run for you. They're more conscious. They're more self uh what's the word I could use? They're more self-prevalent about themselves. They have a mindset. Guess what? I did too when I was young, but I dared to go above and beyond what my parents would allow or would accept. Wasn't no talking about, wasn't no, um, whatever they said pretty much went, and whatever they said goes back then. But now we're living in a time where you'll be challenged with your motherhood. And as great as a parent that you desire to be to your child, if that's the kind of parent you are, if you're a caring parent, a loving parent, I mean, I can't see a mother not being, but we have exceptions. We have exceptions to the rule. Some people have been so traumatized that they have not been able to overcome what happened to them as a child, and so they repeat the cycle. And what they was done to them, they do to their children. But guess what? I was one of them ones that what was done to me, I dare it not to have to happen to mine. Was I a good mother? I had my ups and downs. I had my trials and my tribulations alongside of my children. My children watched and saw their mom suffer, but they also saw in their mom's suffering the fight that she had, no matter what, to make sure they were good. Even in the midst of my, ooh, how you want to call it, degradation times, the times in the valley. A lot of people may not have known it, but they did. But yet, as I journey through overcoming my trials and my tribulations, my boys still love me. Have I had to apologize? Absolutely. Am I too big to apologize? Absolutely not. See, my journey at a portion of my life took a different turn as a parent, especially if you're a parent that find yourself on addiction. It's not that you desire to be somewhat absent. It's the monkey on your back that's pulling you in another direction. And you fight to still try to be relevant and be present in your children's lives. That's a whole nother story. I'm going to be careful that I don't tell my children's story because they have a right to tell their own story. I'm going to stick to my story. But I must say that I'm a great parent because despite it all, even in my down times, even in my degradation times, even in the valley, I did everything in the power that I had that I could work with to make sure they were good and to make sure they were all right. And that's all that matters as a parent. You use the tools that you have, that you acquire, that you learn. Because one thing about a child, and they don't realize it or know, you love them unconditionally more than you love yourself at times, especially when they under 18. But when they get up there and they start becoming their own adults, you still love them just the same unconditionally. But then you got to let them fly their wings and kind of let them go. But you never let them out your heart and you never let them out your mind. I'm a mom of four kings. Can you imagine? That's four boys, mama boys. And no, all four of them are not mama boys. A couple of them was on their own, doing their thing with their families. And a couple of them, they my kings. They my kings. And I'll go to battle for my boys, just like anybody else would go to battle for theirs. And I don't mean necessarily fight nobody, but just make sure they're good. See about them. You want to make sure they're good. I know my grandmother saw about my uncle. He might have been 40 years old, 30, 35, 40, 45, however old he was, and my grandmother still saw about him. And you know how that goes. When they not married, they can't go cleave, leave home and cleave to, as that book say, cleave to a wife. Oh man, they still cleave to mama. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just want to encourage you as a mother, whoever you are out there that may be tuning in and listening. You are loved and you are appreciated. We don't often get the accolades that we should get as women, but you are. And you are because you keep going. You get up every day and you make sure that they good. And if you don't, then maybe you should start that part. But I'm going to pull up the Christie, one second here, the Jackie Christie situation, and I'm gonna play it, and then I'm gonna give you my commentator on it and have you laughing a little bit uh, about my mindset and how I think. And Jazzy, talking about knocking somebody out. Absolutely, absolutely, no violence though. No violence. No violence. Let's see what we got. Jackie Christie.
If you don't Look get, you look as a mother. Get out of my room. Don't touch me.
Okay. So that was my rambling on about motherhood, but you gotta appreciate your mom, and you really have to appreciate your mother. You know, we know dads do their part. My dad did his part. I mean, trust me. That's a whole nother topic and a whole nother story. I grew up a rich little girl, and I'm just gonna keep it 100 just like that. And I'll probably have some stories to talk about that as well from the lifestyle and the life that my dad lived. But moms, in my opinion, don't get the credit that they should get. But let's see. Is there any way? All right, there we go. Da, 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 da. Oh, there we go. Let's see. There we go. There we go. There we go. So, I don't know how many of you people were, this has been trending. Okay, and I'm quite sure it's been trending no matter what your nationality is, this has been trending. So for whatever reasons, I don't want to get too deep into the fact about it, but let me just give you my opinion about this. They set this lady and her daughter up because Jackie is a boss. No doubt about it. She might be messy from time to time, but she's a boss. And let me tell you something, I'm not even a fan. I don't have time to watch this. Occasionally, stuff pops up on your phone and it'll get your attention, and you sit there and want to see what's going on. The nosiness nature of a human being, you want to see what's going on. But for this one, we couldn't all help but see it. It's almost like the news, ABC, CNN, NBC, praise. It was on all across social media, the talk. Different people doing their reaction on it, but let me see if I can make sure I got it. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Let me see if I could go back to the beginning of it. Hold on here. Let me go back to the beginning of it.
Let me go. Let me go. Let me go.
Chantel finally got exposed for.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Y'all bear with me. Uh, I'm new to this, but I'm gonna be true to this. Here we go. Let's see, let's do
If
it.
you don't get you look as a mother.
Now, you ever had a situation where your kid came in your room and you told him to get out? Because he was either they came in, whether they were being ornery, being rude, whatever the case may be, but you were just in your place where you wanted your peace and you just wanted, don't come in my room type deal. Okay? This is not actually that, but have you ever been in that place? I know I have. It's like, could you please get out of my room? Get out of my room. This is a little bit different. She comes over. If you coming over to your mom's for whatever reason, don't come there with no ill intention to try to hurt her, put hands on her. She asks you to leave and then you don't leave. Here you go, right here. This is her striking her mother. Push her mother. Now I would wonder, any of you that's tuning in, what would you have done? Put in the chat what you have done. What, if you don't mind, any of my viewers, what would you have done if your child came in there with some ill intent, carrying on, talking reckless, and then pushed you? I'm gonna tell you what I would have did. I'm gonna show you right now. Boom. Right there. I don't incite violence. Trust me, I do not incite violence. But you as a child ain't got no business putting your hands on your mother. You ain't got no business putting your hands on your parent. Honor thy mother and father that your days may be long upon this earth. Trust me, that statement holds true to what it says because you will not have no good fortune striking your parent and putting her in a position that she got to put her hands on you. This is crazy.
Let me go.
And then you cussing her out and calling her names. Sounds like a little bit of jealousy to me and a little bit of, oh, I just can't imagine that you allowed yourself a show that your mother's a boss on, a show that your mother got you on some years ago. Everything was cool in the gang, and now years later, for whatever your hang up is. See, this is why we got to do the self work as adult children when we have been traumatized growing up, because apparently that's what her hang up is. Some things she didn't like growing up, or she didn't like what her mother did, or whatever the case may be. I had that same old hang up. I had that same old hang up. I was angry with my mom because she left my dad and just the foolishness. And so I had this art out against her and in my mind and in my heart. But listen, nothing went good for me. Nothing went right for me as long as I continue to have this whatever against my mom. Okay. And my mom loved me. My mom did everything she could possibly do for me. She was always there when no one else was. When you thought the people you were hanging out with, running around being Jazzy Wanda and promoting bus rides and giving parties and whatever, when you got sick or whatever the case may be, mom was always there. This is why you got to do the self work. This is why you got to clean the subconscious out. This is why you got to understand what true love is. Okay? You have to do the work, else you'll find yourself an unhappy daughter, an unhappy wife. Then you take this mess into a relationship because you have not dealt with your child within. That's another thing. Oh, honey, my girl is straight. You hear me? I did the work to make sure that my child within is good. She good. I wouldn't be able to sit here and talk to you if she wasn't, in my opinion. I don't believe I would. But this is why you have
Let
to
me go.
do the work because there's nowhere in the world that you allow yourself
Chantel
to
found.
conduct yourself in a manner such as that. Put your hands on your parents. Oh, please. Let me tell you, I could name a couple of people I know that put their hands on their mom, or they tried to fight their mom because they didn't like what their mom was doing, or whatever the case may be. And guess what? They not in their right mind to this day. They ain't in their right mind. Let me tell you something. I had enough sense not to go that far. Never put my hands on my mom. Would never. Would never. And she wasn't the type of person that would whip you. You really had to, yeah, because I come from the era where they whipped you, that part. Yep, I don't know about nobody else, but I'm sitting there today good in the hood and good above the hood because I just didn't get away with what I wanted to do. And, it wasn't no running rampant, not as some of these youngsters do these days. They think they got a mind of their own, and even though their parents is doing whatever they want to do, trust me, even the ones that make it look like they're good, soon as they get outside and get to school, they done got to change of clothes to put on something seductive, and mom ain't gonna know because she not at school. This all kind of stuff, and I'm talking about these 22,000 babies. You know, um, they got a mind of their own, and it's okay to a certain extent, just as long as you keep the respect of understanding, honor thy mother and thy father. And it's our duty as a parent not to provoke a child unto wrath. Got to do your part, okay? Got to do my part, and I definitely had to do my part. I had to clean up my part. I had to clean up my act at some point. But my boys never gave up on me, and they love me to this day, and will go to bat for me in any way possible that I may need them. So yeah, that's the mother thing that came out of nowhere. Uh, Honor thy mother and father that your days may be long on this earth. I would talk about the president, but I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into that because see, my views are completely different than a lot of people's, and it's my personal opinion and my personal, like, your vote. It's your business. Vote for whoever you choose to vote for. You ain't gotta wear it on your collar, and you ain't gotta get into art with people about it. The psychological warfare that they play against us with the Democrats, against the Republicans, and all that foolishness. At the end of the day, like I said, it's called life. Then you transition to that place called death, where you shed the body. Ain't nobody going in there with you or transitioning with you but yourself. So don't allow the psychological, political foolishness that they sprue upon us, having you worried about this, that, and the other, when all you can do is take care of yourself and take care of your family. Again, back at you, make sure you're good. Make sure you're good. Make sure your family's good. Make sure your kids is good. If you're married, make sure you women do your wifely duties. Men do your duties. If you're not married, if you're in a relationship, whatever the case may be, tend to your family, famil, familia, family. Make sure you tend to it, because if you get caught up in the hype of they not doing this and they not doing that and they not doing this, just for the sake of it, okay, so what if they taking things away? Then you should position yourself that if any of it isn't affecting you, then come up. Don't stay down there depending on them. Come up. Okay, so what am I talking about? Okay, somebody that relies on the government. If you rely on the government that much and they start taking away things from you, then do what you need to do to take yourself to a position that you could take care of yourself. If it's go to school, go to school. There's plenty of money to go to school. Okay, go to school. If you need to get a job, get up and go get a job. Make yourself productive. Do not allow yourself to stay stuck in the handouts of the government to the place where you don't want to evolve. And every time they get a new president every year that come in, because they all about do the same thing, cut something here and cut something there and this and that and the other. Just this one president, it seems like we target him more than we target anybody with their deeds on what they do. Okay, but even in the different parties, some of them did some of the craziest stuff, and we didn't say nothing about it. It was all good. You know why? Because they handing out handouts, and we comfortable in the handouts. Okay, and I could go a little bit deeper in that, but I'm not going to touch upon that because that's a cultural thing, and it's just not Afro American people. It's Caucasian people too that get caught up in the handouts. Okay, it's multiple nationalities, just like the immigrant thing. It's neither here nor there for me with that. We should worry about self. I'm an American. That's all I know. I don't want anybody to be harmed. I don't want nothing done wrong to anybody. But guess what? As an Afro American or multicultural girl, whatever you want to call me, because I call myself a mulatto sometimes. But listen, no matter what, let me say this right because I don't want to get this wrong. I don't want nobody but saying whatever to me. There's rules and there's regulations, and we have to abide by them. And I've seen some cultures being treated worse than other cultures, and here we have this situation with the immigration thing going on. Follow the rules. Come here right. Come here legally. I mean, I think it's real simple. And if you come here and you find yourself that you came here illegally, do what you need to do so you don't find yourself in a place where we get a president such as this one that's calling out the laws, just making us uphold them. Okay? I mean, right is right. We have to follow the laws, whatever your nationality is, Afro American, Caucasian, Italian, whatever. We have to follow the laws. So guess what? I don't see what's the problem with the laws having to be followed. And people coming to America, there's nothing wrong with coming to America, which is supposed to be the land of the free, the home of the brave. Don't get me started. But you want to come over here and enjoy the goods of the land, come right, come legally. You know, is some of the things that's transpiring that's going on right? Absolutely not. But guess what? In different cultures, there's been things that have been done to them throughout the years. Wasn't right. You know, unfortunate dispensations in time, different things happen. And we have to deal with different situations, different things that we don't agree with or we don't like because our government decides to want to follow the rules when it's convenient for them to follow the rules. It's part of life. But make sure that I'm good so that I don't have to worry about whether or not. And I'm not just talking about immigration, I'm just talking about in life, period. So you don't have to deal with having to face breaking the law. Because guess what? Yeah, there's consequences. And it's just unfortunate right now that those group of people are being the target right now. You know, it's not pleasant, absolutely not good. As caring as I am, as loving as I am, I try not to put myself into situations and circumstances that I have no control over, or it's nothing I can do, or let them wear on my mind to the point where I get sick or stressed out because of. It's hard enough that you got to tend to yourself, your family, your children. Make sure you're sane, make sure you're good. I'm just going to say this. You ain't going to catch me out there marching nowhere. Marching for what? And I get it. A lot of people say the ancestors and this one paid legislation and that one. What are you marching for? I just don't understand the marching part in this day and time. It may have worked to a certain degree for some of our ancestors. They may have, and I kind of wonder if they really accomplished anything through the marching. But the marching now, where we have actors being, uh, what do you call that word? Oh my God, what is the word called? Where you have actors that's being interjected into our marches and creating havoc and all kind of stuff when you people are trying to have a peaceful protest or a peaceful march or whatever it is that you're doing with these marches, and then they have actors that they dispatch, that's the word, into that and start tearing up things and disrupting things, man, and then people get hurt, beat up, cut up, whatever the case may be. I ain't marching nowhere. That's the attitude that Jazzy Wanda got. I'm not marching nowhere. I'm not marching. I will pray if that's what needs to be done, but I ain't marching. Absolutely not. Not marching. Oh, what for what's the purpose? They're gonna do what they want to do anyway. Okay? And they're going to use you as a martyr, as a tool, as a whatever to sometimes people's lives get ended in these type of things. For what? You know, I guess voting, they say voting is the key. Vote, vote, vote. Y'all already know. Vote. They're going to do what they want to do. They're going to put in what they want to put in. You have to wake up out of the matrix and see it all for what it is worth and live your life and your family's life. Do self work, self healing, self uh, growth so that you can make sure you good. You can make sure that you can take care of your family. You can take care of your loved ones. Maybe you can help somebody. Okay? I'm big on helping because I remember my days when I didn't have, or because of my addiction, there was lack. And so I had to get on lines, food lines, or maybe lines to sign up for toys and all that kind of stuff. That's why I'm in my ministry, which I'm really not here to talk about that. I give back. I give back. We give back. We give back in a big way. We super give back. So I don't know why I keep stressing this, but listen, if you someone that is struggling, depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, not believing in yourself, overweight, underweight, anything that makes you not feel good about yourself, stop. Take time. Ask yourself, what is it that I got going on so that's creating some of these things? Like anxiety. Listen, I've been overcame anxiety years ago. Prepping to come here. Man, that thing hit me today like what? I was sick. I couldn't get dressed. I didn't eat. And I had to keep talking to myself because I know that I'm good. I know that I was going to be good. And I know that I'm capable of coming here and sitting here and doing exactly what I'm doing right now. But the body and the mind had to take me back to remember. To remember what? Okay? To remember what? And I had to keep on just to fight the feeling. Because it's the feeling that takes us, that we get caught up in, and we feel so uncomfortable. And if you don't know how to get past the feeling, you'll get stuck in it. You'll think you need medication. You'll worry about this. You'll worry about that. Because I'm quite sure that's what the body was trying to have me do. Worry about tonight. For what? I've been speaking since I've been in kindergarten. Okay? To my remembrance, I've been giving speeches since kindergarten. I'm a talker. I'm a speaker. I'm a preacher. Okay? So that one threw me for a loop today. I couldn't believe it. It was funny too to me. It was so funny. I just had to call one. I don't think I only called one of my sons. One didn't answer and was like, "Yo, can you believe this? I'm tweaking." Praise God. That's what you call it. I was in there tweaking all day long. Okay? Didn't eat, didn't get dressed, just fumbling around. Yeah, I finally talked to one of my girlfriends, lady friends. Shout out to Miss Shakira. And we talked for a good little while, got me past some of the timing because we must have been on there for about an hour or two. But that's crazy. If you're dealing with any of these things, it's mindsets. It's the mind that you have to take control of so that the body would come under submission because peace, love, joy, and certainly kindness can overcome those things. When I look back at some back in the day when I was had this so-called anxiety disorder, had this anxiety disorder. Oh, okay. Hey, Lydia. Lydia is saying hi. Women should be seen and not heard, and you're entitled to that opinion. But this one woman here is seen, and trust me, if you ever come in my presence, you'll want to listen. So I thank you for that. Let's see. Is that my Lydia? Lydia from Deltona. That's my little old Lydia. Lydia. That's the Millards. I could go on in another tangent and talk about the Millards. The Millards is another reason why I'm where I'm at today and the help that they have inspired us. See, I got to get used to the chat, looking over at the chat. This is new for me, but I'm enjoying myself and just rattling different, here, there, everywhere. But I love it. Women should be seen. See, that's that male chauvinistic spirit. Okay, because if he knew the truth about women, it was a woman that birthed him. I bet you she wasn't quiet when you came through that. Don't get me started. Are you saying, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Praise God.
Women should be what?
Praise God.
Yeah, that part. Praise God.
That part.
That part. Women should be seen and not heard. That's crazy. So you don't listen to your wife. That's crazy. Whoever you are, you don't listen to your wife. I wonder, are you married? See, this is what I didn't want to do. Is get involved in the chats with some whatever. But it's all good. You're entitled to that. You're entitled to that. Whoever you are, you're entitled to that. Who is it? Tinder legend. Yeah, you're entitled. They on kick. They said women should be seen and not heard. Yeah, I bet. When you want her to cook that food for you, yeah. Don't get me started. I love it though. I see. I like things like that. Yeah. They believe in all of the stuff that's been told to them that is not factual and not truth. If you do the research and you dig, and I don't even want to go there right now on this episode, but women are it. And you gotta know that you a man that came from a woman. And talking about should be seen and not heard. Yeah, okay. Well, you keep looking at yours while I keep talking because I'm a talker. And I'm not going to say nothing that I try not to say nothing that hurt anybody. But sometimes things people say or stuff that comes out of our mouths offends some people because some people are just not in a place where they are healed. So, you gotta, some people you be around, you gotta walk on eggshells with them. I'm not walking on eggshells with nobody, but I'll be mindful to where they're at as a person. Because my heart and my belief is to try to help them evolve, not to just keep on pushing them down. Some people are very emotional. Some people don't understand their emotions. Some people don't know how to work through their emotions. You get a person such as myself, I'm gonna work with you. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna show you, and I guarantee you a couple of sessions with me, you'll be a better person and a different person. So that's where I'm at with that. But I love it. I love it. Women should be seen and not heard. Whoa, 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 whoa! And they gave us a tongue and a lip and a larynx, and we should be quiet. Well, praise. How you say it? Right here. Hold on.
Praise God.
I am loving it, but let me say this: what I'm gonna say to this, and hopefully I'm gonna leave you alone. You said women should be seen and not heard.
When, when, when.
Wham, wham,
When,
wham.
when, when.
That part on that one. Oh my. But back to it, you should really make sure that you're good. If you're somebody that's struggling with situations and circumstances that you just don't know how to overcome and don't like how you do it, Wanda, Jazzy Wanda, how do you do it? Listen, just tune in, subscribe, because I'm going to be coming with some fire. I'm going to be coming with some stories. I'm going to be coming with some segments that will blow your mind. Because, again, all that I've been through, and I'm able to sit here, guess what? Clear conscience, pure heart, and healed. I'm going to tell you one thing. As healed as I am, okay, dragged by a train, hit by a tractor trailer truck, the last car accident, and the 8 other car accidents, let me tell y'all something. My body be wrecked with pain. Listen,
Praise God.
wrecked with pain. And I don't know how I do it, but by the grace of God, of Yeshua, of Allah, of whatever you want to call her, I'm able, I have a few things that I do to get myself up in the morning and hit that floor and shake some of that stuff off in my back, in my hips, in my knees, in my legs. I just don't know what other part of my body could get damaged as that many accidents that I've been into. But see, it's a mind thing. I've been able to train my mind that once I'm up and I hit the floor, and get to moving around and do my stretches and do my meditation and do my praying or whatever it is, my rituals that I do, which I'll probably share with you, guess what? I'm good. I'm good. Like, took my break. I stretched them legs and stood up. Okay? Because the old arthry, that's called arthritis. And all the inflammation and all of the things that come with injuries to a body. I eat right. I can eat maybe. 10% more healthier than I eat, but guess what? I don't eat nowhere near the way I was raised to eat. Y'all know that soul food diet with macaroni, potato salad, and rice all in the same plate, causing diabetes and all these other things as you get older. Fried chicken, fried pork chop, fried this, fried that. I don't touch it like that no more. Not no more. No more. I've been able to give back heart medicine. I've been able to give back uh pull down cholesterol, healthy. That's how I deal with my pain and my injuries is I eat healthy, super healthy, organic, grass-fed beef. If I eat beef, sometime I go on the no meat thing. Whatever it takes that I have to put into this body, into this temple, to help calm down some of that inflammation and some of that arthritis and all them pains. Because listen, most of the accidents and injuries that I have been in comes with that. Okay, broken ankle, broken leg, broken arm, broken wrist. If anybody out there that has ever been injured or suffer with arthritis, which they call it, I don't claim it, but it is what it is, and you know it because you feel it. Know that it ain't no good feeling, and you gotta do what you need to do to be able to maneuver through it. And trust me, I don't know how I get through the day sometimes, but guess what? Mind over matter is how I deal because sometimes different parts of my body is in excruciating pain. And that's just like, okay, out of all that I've been through and healing, I'm quite sure there's different levels of healing that I have been able to obtain through my new lifestyle of my diet of eating right, smoothies, fruit, vegetables, organic. Okay, certain grocery stores I don't shop in. Okay, I mean it's gonna get to the point where I'm gonna need to have grow my own vegetables in my backyard so that I know for sure that they are. Or I'm coming over to the Millards where they are farmers and they have the land to grow whatever I need to eat healthy wise. But yeah, so despite that, I've been able to overcome all of the psychological traumas, conditions, and diagnoses. This old body will keep me remembering some of the things that I have been through just by that pain. It will help me remember and, and not forget that part, that part, that
That part.
That part. That's right. That part. So I just say to you, I would suggest you subscribe, stay tuned, uh, be encouraged. If nothing else, be encouraged. Be encouraged. I'm gonna tell you, be encouraged. Man, we living in a time where you have to encourage yourself. You have to encourage yourself on a daily basis. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself a couple hours in the day because the energy or the atmosphere or what's on the news or what's going on out there. And nowadays you don't even have to look at the news no more. They inundate your phones. They inundate the internet with all the craziness. The news people have got to the point where they know you don't even watch TV no more, so they on your social media platforms with their news channels to make sure you get that foolishness put in front of you. But whatever you do, you got to be about self. 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 That part. That
That
part.
part.
Oh boy. Well, you know what? It's my first segment. I kind of enjoyed kind of rambling around. Um, I have no idea what our next show is going to be, but I'm quite sure it's going to be good. I'm probably going to do some interactions, reactions, whatever you want to call it, of different videos. I'm gonna be a pro at it sooner or later. You know that saying, jack of all trades? They say jack of all trades, master of none. I'm a jack of all trades and a master of everything I touch. And with that being said, I'm just gonna take a quick break. Be right back.
Uh huh. Yeah. You gotta choose your side. You gotta choose your side. It's do or die. Uh-huh. I said it's do or die. I said it's conflict in all areas, nigga. You choose the side. You could win or you could lose, nigga. It's do or die. Energy don't lie, it just testify for what they saying. I just look them deep into their eyes, going against the God in me. Now that's suicide. Higher self, higher level, higher wealth. To move like this, you gotta put your pride up on yourself. They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger.
If what you say is true, the Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger. My soul pure gold, so I live way longer. My mind think righteous, yeah, my bloodline chosen. My energy is positive, words unspoken. I'm so illuminated. I shine brighter than Illuminati. Walking on water, now they really know I'm God body, gifted from birth. So the life I face is hard body. Had so much love in my heart, they had to apply pressure. Now I'm a fine diamond, yeah. Said I'm a fine diamond.
Shaolin shadow boxing and the Wu-Tang sword style.
No matter how hard they try, I found myself in divine timing. Now they follow what I say like my name Simon. Led the chosen ones to victory in divine timing. The time is near, the signs are clear. 144, activation is here. We rise in the vibration with no fear. Oh, the Thundercats we all hear. And now it just don't seem fair. It just don't seem fair. Uh-huh. Yeah. You gotta choose your side. You gotta choose your side. It's do or die. I said it's do or die. I said it's conflict in all areas, nigga. You choose the side. You could win or you could lose, nigga. It's do or die. Energy don't lie, it just testify for what they saying. I just look them deep into their eyes, going against the God in me. Now that's suicide. Higher
Finally got exposed for making up stuff about her mom. They exposed her in about time, doing all that provoking, talking crazy about your mom. Then had the nerve to push Jackie. Jackie was about to knock her head
Okay.
off.
All
Was
right.
y'all as excited
We're back
about
in
Jackie putting
action.
hands on Chantel as I was?
We're
Because
back
I am
in
sick of her.
action.
This girl has been pretending. But guess what, Chantel?
We are
Basketball
back in
producers was not
action.
on
All right, let me end
your
that.
side because
Don't need to be hearing that. So I'm gonna bring this home. I thank all my subscribers. all my followers and those that hung in here with me for this last hour and a half. Uh, it's gonna be fun though. It's gonna be, like I said, a little bit of joking, a little bit of allegedly, a little bit of nonfiction, a little bit of fiction. I'm just gonna come in here and tell stories and tell you how I overcame them, whatever the case may be. But just remember, you're tuning into Jazzy Wanda, near death situations and circumstances that tried to take me out over and over again, from accidents to ascension. I sit here today, a G, or whatever the G may mean to you. Old G, young G, fine G, a G. I'm definitely a G. I am definitely a G. I am definitely a G. I'm going to bring this home. But like I said, I just want to encourage you. If you're dealing with situations and circumstances that are overbearing, tune in to me. Tune in to me. You can find me on all the major platforms. Hopefully, we'll be able to go live on Facebook pretty soon. You know, they got their new rules. I'm grateful to TikTok. For a minute, I didn't think I was going to be able to go on TikTok, but we're on TikTok. It's a new thing for me, but I'm excited. I'm going to bring you some content. I'm going to bring you some relevant information. I'm going to bring you my mindset, my heart, and my thought pattern. And that's the best I can do. Because let me tell you something. If it could work for me, I'm quite sure it could work for you. All that I've been through and all that I've overcame and how I'm able to navigate and deal and have a positive mindset about situations and circumstances and things, guess what? You can too. It's not the end all, it's the be all. You should trust in yourself. You should love on yourself. And you should do the self care work. I don't care what nobody tells you. You have to do the self care work for yourself in order to better yourself and in order to thrive. Okay? I'm going to share with you a couple of things that I say to myself, but I'm going to say it to you as if it's what you need to hear. But I'm going to close with this. I'm going to say this before I say one of my things that I say faithfully to myself daily. And let me share something with you. Anything will work if you believe in it. Whatever it is that you believe, it will work. You just have to believe it. It's so important that you believe in whatever it is you say you believe in for it to manifest and do the thing that you need it to do. So if you're listening tonight, I'm going to say to you, you can rise. You can rise again. You can lead while healing. You can speak truth with trembling words. And most of all, you still can have a heart to love. Let's talk with Jazzy Wanda. And I'm going to say to this, you are worthy of infinite abundance. You are a beacon of confidence and success. And there's certainly happiness out there for you. You are deserving of everything you desire, and it is flowing to you now. Stay tuned, stay encouraged, be blessed. Come back next time. You're tuning into Let's Talk with Jazzy Wanda.
Uh huh. Yeah. You gotta choose your side. You gotta choose your side. It's do or die. I said it's do or die. I said it's conflict in all areas, nigga. You choose the side. You could win or you could lose, nigga. It's do or die. Energy don't lie, it just testify for what they saying. I just look them deep into their eyes, going against the God in me. Now that's suicide. Higher self higher level, higher wealth. To move like this, you gotta put your pride upon yourself. They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger.
If what you say is true, the Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger. My soul pure gold, so I live way longer. My mind think righteous, yeah, my bloodline chosen. My energy is positive, words unspoken, I'm so illuminated. I shine brighter than Illuminati. Walking on water, now they really know I'm God body. Gifted from birth, so the life I face is hard body. Had so much love in my heart, they had to apply pressure. Now I'm a fine diamond, yeah, said I'm a fine diamond.
Shaolin shadow boxing and the Wu-Tang sword style.
No matter how hard they try, I found myself in divine timing. Now they follow what I say like my name Simon. Led the chosen ones to victory in divine timing. The time is near, the signs are clear. 144, activation is here. We rise in the vibration with no fear. Oh, the Thundercats we all hear. And now it just don't seem fair. It just don't seem fair.